Yeah, I still got it. So I'd say it's about those two. They don't have to do it tonight, but I'll tell them. They gave the ladies over there. So I got
Nothing else works.
I got some meeting and
Nothing else works.
but you know, public, you know, the financial stuff, when they're doing those things. No, all the contracts, responses and all that other stuff, no, literally not. I finally got the $25,000 check. By the way,
You're not allowed to talk during the meeting, you can't ask questions.
Would that,
Get on the agenda.
in their personal business.
yeah, you know, it's between them and the
Yep, pretty much.
I'll come see you on Friday. Yep. Aren't they? They're like one of my favorite pairs of shoes. They are coming.
Boy, it smells like a cigarette butt out here. We got some chatter out here. That's you heard her once I walked out. Oh, that's one of his followers. I'm not a follower. We're a believer, lady. Believer, not a follower. Believe he's gonna make history.
Well, to clarify one thing, I did not threaten to kill AT. Well, that's what
How you doing?
Lori's uncle tried saying. Oh, she's threatening to kill the cops. And it's like.
I like the shirt.
Thank you.
All right, I got you, man. I got you.
Appreciate you. Thank you very
No
much.
problem, brother. Everybody left the room. That's the first meeting I've ever attended, so I didn't know like what happened. They're on recess or?
Yeah, they're on recess.
Okay.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, cool, man. Just to make sure I wouldn't hang out for something else I wasn't trying to be hanging out for. Is it?
No, his name on YouTube is Lord Jesus, I call him
A lot of nicknames.
Everybody on here telling me, what's your call, baby? You're welcome.
I don't know how to do that.
They got more bones than St. George Chapel. And let's talk about officers. Word on the street is they have by the way,
He's just not happy.
You know what I mean? I know, I do it. Every time I see her in the lane, that's how I treat her. I go like this. Oh, no. I do that. I do. People like.
what's the latest on this? Oh, yeah. Which one? Lexington, they let me go. And Pearl, we're about to release a video. 684 reps in case we were only 325
Just think, fly on the wall. That lady just does not look happy about none of it. None. Not very happy. Wish we could cheer her up. Back that way. Yeah.
You end up on a even number.
There's a group out front though.
Did some of it, and
Y'all probably wrong.
you know what? Being polite and pretending like everybody's operating the same way hasn't worked. Asking politely, being nice has not worked. And
We are also recording with another device to be able to pull ambient sound out, so we'll be able to hear anything and everything everyone's saying, including them way over there. Pretty cool technology. Unsuspecting folks just don't even know. See what Sandy's saying.
The police chief is a guy named Forrest Smith. He's got a history from Okarchi that's like, oh my God, not good. Yeah.
How
I
do they
gotta
get-
go to Okarchi.
Oh, Carchi, where's that at?
Out west.
Panhandle kind of area?
Not all the way to the Panhandle, but like out there in the windmill territory of Oklahoma. You know,
Yeah.
You know, trying to put windmills out near Lake Eufaula, and that got killed.
Yeah. There's a big thing going with the windmills. I'm chasing that too.
Do you know how much? Yeah. Well, so the people on here, and the people, y'all let me know too. The people on here, say hello to baby Jesus. Global_Jesus on YouTube. Being all serious. Somebody put that in one of the admins. Would you put that in there somewhere? Global_Jesus. Y'all go over there and like and subscribe to his page as well. He drove out here from Ponca City to be here. To be here today. I drove from Tulsa to be here today to ask these questions of old Jerry Eubanks.
Nobody's asking.
No.
Just this guy.
No. Well, somebody's got to ask. I don't think it makes me very popular with some people.
No, that lady over there doesn't look like she's having a very good time.
Which one?
The one in the red or pink,
The one in the red?
the vest on.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's on Peru, something.
I don't know. Huh?
Oh, well for her.
That's what I think. A well for any of them. A well for any of them.
The cops seem decent. I mean, they
Well,
got two
except for the
cases.
time that they kicked me out with the Susan Bayrow thing.
Yeah.
Like they're having a conversation talking about the
I'm pulling ambient noise right now. We'll be able to hear everything everyone's
Oh.
saying in this whole entire room. I'll go and noise cancel it out.
Yeah.
I'll hear what Sandy was over there just talking about, everything.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah. We'll get down with it.
Well, have y'all hit the like button? Well, 400 and some of y'all have, you know. It's got 200 and some of you that can't seem to find that like button for reasons that I don't understand.
Helps that algorithm to help get it out to people.
Yeah. Make a T-shirt of his swastika pic. I got plans for the pictures from Fairview.
So he's part of the UAB thing?
Well, look,
Aryan Brotherhood?
that's all
That's what
indications that
runs
I
in
have.
Prison. That's what runs down here in prison down here.
That's
the
well, he
gang.
was in Arkansas.
That's
you know,
Arkansas
yeah,
bigger,
yeah.
bigger down there.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
I know. So he was in Arkansas, and Yeah.
You
I wonder if he got it covered up. You know,
a big Mayflower or something.
or something
Yeah.
covered
A
up.
rose.
Yeah, like, you know, here's the thing: as the people in the audience were saying, Jerry, and that's why I asked him, Jerry, if you don't have anything to hide, show us your chest.
Yeah.
If somebody said I had a swastika tattoo,
I would have Superman.
I'd have,
Right.
darn right. I'd be like, you're gonna see my fat, ugly self, but I'm gonna show you I ain't got a. I got a Donald Duck on my back.
Yeah.
Donald Duck on the cross, killed by Wall Street.
Yeah.
No, he's on the cross of Wall Street because we all hang at the cross of Wall Street because all that money owns us.
It
So to
does.
take back
It
America.
does. It's slavery.
It is, and that's why I got Donald Duck. It's a character that from a guy named Alec Monopoly. He's like a graffiti artist.
Okay.
I love like Banksy and
Yeah.
graffiti artist guys. And so yeah, it's the first tattoo I ever got. I got it in Puerto Rico, and yeah, it's awesome. I love Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I got 2 tattoos in Puerto Rico. One of the ones on my leg I got in Puerto Rico.
Was it a traditional style or?
No, it's a boat and an anchor.
I mean, like traditional style done with a needle and gun.
Yeah.
Some of those old. You know,
Yeah, it hurt like heck. The one on the my legs, especially where it got like into the fold of the leg. Yeah.
And the
There
full
was
arm right here too.
I haven't done arms. Because I was practicing. I didn't want to do anything that'd be visible, so I got back of my leg, and back.
Stay professional with this.
But yeah. Anyway, I can assure you that none of them are swastika. I got the tree of life. I got a boat, anchor, and like Nautilus type stuff because I love the ocean. And then Donald Duck on a cross for the cross of Wall
I'm gonna
Street.
check your hat out here too.
Oh yeah. In case you haven't seen my hat. It's one of my favorite hats.
First
I wear.
Amendment, one of the most important amendments ever.
Plus, Susan is this harassment? Yes, Susan. It's called asking questions at a public meeting before you gavel in. And I just pray that people are dumb enough to arrest me for doing such things. Because I like money. And I have more reasons to sue you. Better matter with like money.
Bad for your career, though. Bad for your career. Arrest people for civil rights.
He escorted me out on that one. Yeah.
He's just doing his job, though, right? I mean, right?
I don't think that's going to matter with qualified immunity
No, it sure
because that's a pretty well settled 10th
So
Circuit thing.
that's the common.
That's called a well settled law. So qualified immunity is out the window on that one. Yeah.
Immediately.
In 10th Circuit. Heck, even the 10th Circuit's decision on First Amendment right to record police and government meetings, it literally, they didn't even give the first guy qualified immunity. They said there was enough decisions from the other circuits that he should have known.
Yeah.
So they didn't give the first guy qualified immunity. So they're certainly not going to give anybody that comes subsequent to that qualified immunity. That was the 10th Circuit in a 2020 case. It's a recent case.
So that's good.
Yeah, that's why I like. I'm happy about the 10th Circuit. Let's stay in the 10th Circuit. Oklahoma, Colorado. What other states in the 10th?
Kansas?
It's Kansas. I think Kansas is in the 10th.
Yeah.
I think that's the extent of it. So, anyway, what you guys talking about in here? Let me see if I can read it.
Yeah, it's hard to see the read. Definitely.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be a lot nicer if I had that gimbal charged, but should be easy to shepherdize that. Shepherdize. Yes, it should be. Otherwise, shepherdize like LexisNexis that's updating the case to get the updated cases to make sure that it's still good law. Lee is back at the house. Yes, they already started the meeting and then they ran into executive session. Can somebody explain what that executive session's about? Do you understand it?
Yeah, Steve Holcomb filed a lawsuit alleging that our ward system is unconstitutional.
Oh, what's unconstitutional?
Our ward system that they use for our city council.
Okay, how so?
According to Steve, it's unconstitutional to have the ward system.
Okay.
That means like, you can only run for ward seat 1 if you live in that area. And the map that we have for the ward system is literally colored pencil. I'm not joking.
That's
the
crazy.
official map is
Well,
pencil.
I would not think you were joking. Y'all have Jerry Eubanks as the too. I'm surprised it's not in crayons. Colored pencil is like a step up from crayons. Which
So
shocks
that
me.
is ready for summary judgment. And so that's why Steve has extended the offer to let them, instead of having to have the judge tell you, yes, what you're doing is unconstitutional, let
Fix
them
it.
fix it
Right.
before they get that judgment.
Right.
So that's what they're,
So that could impact the elections that are coming up in February.
I don't know that it will, since they've already filed.
No, it would if it would kill those elections because the whole system would have been declared unconstitutional. They'd have to re-adopt something.
If they got it fixed in time.
It's going to be
I mean,
interesting.
if they did agree to adopt that and then
So would
change
that-
the charter.
Based on what you've read of the lawsuit, would that be something? Would the man winning be favorable to the citizens of Pawhuska
I
for
think
representation?
absolutely. I mean, anybody could run for any of the 5 wards. It wouldn't matter where you live.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. What about? I read something. I think I saw something that said if you paid on the water district too, that you'd have some right to vote or something.
I would think that you would, but right now, if you don't live within the boundaries of those wards, you don't have a right to vote. Even if you have city utilities, your kids go to school here, you don't have the right to vote in any city elections.
Sounds real privileged.
Yes.
Well, sounds very controlled to keep things like
It
Jerry
is a very
Eubanks and
controlled system.
I wonder how much the real estate is in those areas. How much you got to make a year to be able to live there.
Yeah.
Well, more to the point of like it's people have lived there for forever.
Right, that's
So
what-
like, you know. Oh, you know. Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you. I'm glad somebody could explain it. I saw it. Oh, the city attorney. She took her name down.
I think she's ready to get out of here, that's for sure. So we just come here to just listen to them all say aye? Is that what this is about? Because that's what I kind of gathered.
Pretty
so
much
far.
how these go.
Really? Yeah. You don't listen to people.
More than conflicts behind this on both sides.
But, you know, it's actually, I guess the Open Meetings Act for them to talk about business
Before,
as a quorum before these meetings.
Yeah.
And it's clear that they do.
yeah, oh, most definitely. It's all staged, it seemed. Like the whole thing. They call out something, they all say aye, and then move forward to the next thing, and that's it.
No conversation.
Yeah, no conversing it.
explanations, no.
Yeah, depicting what it is, even what they're ruling on.
I already got you on there. I got you. I just like everything I can see. I like taking pictures. You never know when you're going to need it. I've taken pictures of some things that turned out to be interesting, like the former city manager's desk. There's a whole lot of paperwork and things on there that indicate what she was working on. So having a picture of that was helpful. And it's their duty to be the ones that are ensuring that I can't get a picture of it. If it's private, they gotta protect it. So if I can see it, I can take a picture of it. It just has those cops. You
gotta create your privacy. Create your own privacy.
Yep. Cops use it all the time, so they let the press use it occasionally too. If we can see it, we can take a picture or video of it.
Oh, here they come. You're impeding the process. Oh no.
She had the lock.
Lawyer's kind of cute, I think.
Okay. Did she get her lock and take into the whole taking that everybody else suffered from? Got it. Yeah. Here, what about the tattoos? Can we see the real badge? What'd you cover it up with?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Item number D, possible action regarding items discussed in the executive session. No action. Item number 8 is comprehensive and capital improvement plan, develop proposed action plans for each project, including timelines, resources, and responsibilities. So in regards to this, you guys have your, notebooks in front of you. I have been discussing, the comprehensive plan and the capital improvement plan with other entities such as the Osage Nation Casino, trying to find entities that can come and, know what we're doing, and if they're willing to participate or help us in any way, to let them know what we're doing, what we're working on, moving forward on something that we haven't done before. And I've let them know this is very new for us. And I have been talking with other entities, and they're very excited to participate and help us in any way. I can tell you that the Osage Nation's grants and compliance department has also provided us assistance in coming up with grants and coming up with a plan for that. So I've let them know, here we are, this is what we're working on, this is how we're moving forward, and if they wanna help us in any way that they can, we're not relying on them. I've let them know that this is something that we as a city are doing.
Without any public input, with very little.
There's public input, we have questions right there, if you want to participate, just let us know.
You gonna kick me out again?
With very little public input. Let me rephrase that.
Very
It's
little.
it's a dictatorship.
No.
I can't even hear what she's saying.
It's-
She's a
I can't either.
tyranny.
Don't know what you're talking about.
What do you want added to it?
Just resign.
Keep it to topic, or you will be.
That is topic.
It isn't, it has nothing to do with
Have-
working sessions or us moving forward.
Did your
Have you-
plan
Without you
also
moving forward, we'd be
involve
better off,
their
right?
Truck that he sold to the city for $5
Have you
grand?
seen the capital improvement plan?
Yes, I've read it.
Yes,
It involved a truck that's sitting up there with no motor.
that's what we're working on, that's what these sessions are for. Coming up with a plan.
That's nefarious actions, Susan.
How is that? when we're
How?
working on
How?
stuff?
Why would you buy a truck with no motor for $5,000?
We're
An
moving
old
forward
truck.
to be productive, we're coming up with.
An
a
old
plan.
truck, but you're gonna spend $60,000, $75,000 on a box truck that you need for something else?
So
That
with these
improvement
items, we're
plan
moving
was
forward,
stupid.
and then
I
we're
read it
looking at
and was
all the
just in
entities and
shock.
all of the items that are in the comprehensive plan and the capital improvement plan, and coming up with a plan that once we're no
When you're
longer
talking in your Osage Nation office with your people in there about what you guys in the council talk about, do you also include that in that conversation too?
No, just the
Okay.
capital improvement plan and the
Right.
comprehensive plan, those items are what was.
So you're allowed to talk like that with the other people you work at your other workplace.
They're part of the community as well.
Council business.
With the
But you
capital
won't talk
improvement
to
plan
us
and
about
the
it or allow us to talk about it because you'll sit there and say, we're not gonna have the public input on whether or not we get that done. $25,000.
It has nothing to do with the
It's-
capital improvement plan or the comprehensive plan. These are what these working sessions are for.
Have you reached out to any of the public members to ask them if they would like to contribute in the grant process or anything? No. You took it upon yourself to go up to the Osage Nation. Yes, you did. You just said that, Susan. You just said that you have
No.
collaborated with outside
I have
entities.
let them know what the city is doing. in
And you
regards
have
the
talked
capital.
to the Osage Nation Grants and Compliance Department.
They have offered
and-
assistance.
Correct, but have you opened that up to any of the citizens or the community? Have you offered that to us?
Maybe
And
what
said,
it
would
is we just not
anybody
give
like to
Jerry
come
money.
and help?
I'm letting you know that yes, it's open to the public. We're open to listen to you guys.
How do we do that?
Go to the city hall, put in a plan, ask them to.
Do you have a plan?
I know, and what was the working session?
I can't with you guys.
I
can't.
Okay, somebody wanted to interview Jerry, but he requested that they send him the questions up front, and then he said, no, not that question, not that question, I don't wanna talk about
No idea
that.
how that relates to the.
No, because you denied an interview because you don't wanna do it. Taryn Reynolds offered you help with an audit, with whatever she was doing, and you said, no, we hired one, and that was false. You did not.
We have the RFP still out on that, and that's what I told her.
Didn't the last company back out because you wouldn't give them any correct financials? Isn't that why the
And
former
there's
company
no
backed out?
topics that participate
I'm asking
in
the question,
working
it's about, it's
session.
relevant to the same
We'll
subject.
move on to item for the adjournment.
That's typical.
That's the problem right there.
Just moves on.
Yeah.
That gavel feels real good in your hand, doesn't it?
So we're going into
Can I borrow it?
Public Works Authority special meeting.
You know, we should
All
February.
in order.
Really?
161
Item
votes.
number 2 is the improvement of Oklahoma Municipal Power Authority to review bank
Oh, yeah.
Finley and
She's
American
placed
Heritage
like
Bank
15
in the
years
amount
ago.
of
She said, "I don't even
$182.08.
Is there comment allowed on this?
So,
Oh, wow.
Look at it.
I'll sign up, I'd like
Small
to speak on
communities,
this.
for
so
sure.
I have a question on this one. We asked people to put comments and stuff on this. I have a question on this one for the, Siri Eubanks for the travel. I understand that we came to a $500 travel stipend. Is this above and beyond that?
Yes, ma'am. It, give me a $500
Did she
account
hear you
balance,
say
but
that
in
before
section
this
8D
meeting?
of the
Yeah,
contract,
that's weird.
any official
We were just
business.
talking about his
mileage.
travel while y'all were in there.
I'm gonna call order.
Guys, please don't interrupt the meeting. Stay on topic.
Thank you.
Travel
Dude,
600 miles.
Seriously,
Not
this
a
is a
year.
community meeting. No,
Exhibit
don't,
later.
Can't interrupt. If we have to
No.
leave,
I'm
we can't
sorry.
interrupt.
We're gonna stay order in this meeting or have you removed. Thank you.
Use my vehicle, to travel 600 miles to pick up parts for the generators. We also use the Dodge truck. Those are the only two trucks that are capable of carrying that amount of weight without damaging our half-ton trucks. So, yes, ma'am, like I said, on the contract, 8B stipulates that official business and travel reimbursed.
Anybody else?
Is this the 67 cents
I
a
find it
mile? Is that what we're talking
Yeah,
about?
67.
So you have mileage, and is that what we're talking about? Because I cannot quite hear you. You get 67 cents a
We'll
mile?
let you talk for 3 minutes.
You ready? Well, as it relates to the money that you want to pay banks, I just wanted to make it clear to all the other city councilors that there were no federal withholding taxes withdrawn from any of that, which need to be taxed at 37.5%. Because it's a bonus. Well, you gave me $25,000. It doesn't indicate on the agenda, it does not indicate on the agenda what you're paying the man. So it doesn't say what you're paying the man for, why you're giving him any money. So I'm talking,
Oh my God, here we go. This is what he was talking about, and not letting citizens speak. Let the citizens speak.
That is on the agenda.
I'm talking about the agenda item.
What are you
This
doing?
is on the
Are you
agenda.
telling me under threat of arrest?
What are you
Under
doing?
threat of arrest if I don't leave? Under threat of
Why
arrest
don't
if I
you just let him go and be
I'm
done
asking
with
you.
it?
Is it a threat? Is it telling me I have to leave, or are you asking me to leave?
I'm telling you, you have to leave.
Okay, that's all I need.
Jerry was on the agenda.
Susan, you screwed up again. Hey, city attorney, you can get that hair lip fixed by a little plastic surgery, man.
You are so.
I know. Man, why did you have to do that again? You're gonna get sued.
It's just so ridiculous.
We're still in here.
I'm going to.
Question, waste management.
So we're done with the mileage? We can't talk about the mileage anymore?
We didn't get billed on, the increase on that.
Was he giving us 3 minutes or him 3 minutes?
He wrote, he signed that, you have to sign that, or you can't talk.
The resolution. Right.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
What are we even talking about?
Second.
Does anybody know?
I'm lost.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 3, discussion of possible action to approve resolution PW 2024-11-02, authorizing application for emergency grant from the Oklahoma Water Resource Board.
We did this last week, but I wrote City of Pahuska, and it needed to be under Public Works Authority. All I like is these 2 documents, this one and the next item, to be able to complete that.
You just need,
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Item number 4, discussion and possible action to approve the verification for the emergency grant from Oklahoma Water Resource Board.
Same thing.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to the Pasco Municipal Trust Authority special meeting. Item number 2 is discussion of possible action to enter into an economic development rating agreement with Kevin Baldwin on Road 104, Block 6, Cruise Edition, Pasco County.
This is the deal that y'all had previously worked out with them over a year ago, somewhere in there. We finally got it into a contract form, and it's basically, transferring these lots per this agreement over to Kevin Rowland for, this one was $500. The 2 together were $1,500.
This is $1,000.
Yes, sir.
$250 a lot.
Yes, sir.
Mayor, council, thank you for having this agenda item on here. There's a couple of things that I would like to ask and talk to you about regarding, I'm gonna start with this lot, and then if it's okay, I've got some of the same information to go on some other stuff, but I gave you each a handout. Item number, I think it's 6, shows the lot, kind of a diagram that I put together. So on the contract, it actually asks for a dimension setback from the north end on 15th of 30 feet of easement for the city. And that's for, actually, I'm sorry, 20 feet of easement for the city. And that's for the sidewalk and access to the bridge and so forth. What's not in the contract that I would like to stipulate is that I would like to have that 20 feet also be a part of, if I need it, for the setbacks that you guys require me from the edge of the lot. And part of that is because if I set the building I'm wanting on there from the other end, I start to encroach, not that 20 feet, but over into that zone. So I wanna have, and I've got a drawing that I gave you, item number 8. I've shown kind of how it's going to be laid out on the lot.
You're talking number 6, right?
Item number 8, if you look at item 8.
I mean, the first one was number 6, right?
Correct, but I'm talking about item number 8 shows the dimensions.
Okay, and just want clarification here, because item 2, which is the item you called for, was lots 1 through 4, block 6, third edition.
That's what this is.
Is that what that is?
It is.
Okay. Let me make sure that's right.
So I wanna, and I don't know if you have it on the contract, or if it can be approved here, or discussed here, or whatever, but I don't have to have it in there, but it's pretty tight for me not to be able to use part of that 20 feet for the setback that the city requires me when I pull a permit. So that's one of the things that I'm asking in this deal, as part of this contract, that currently is not written in the contract that way.
Okay, I'm gonna be laid out here, so explain, so if we do this 20-foot back, is that going to give you, you'll put a sidewalk in front of this with your stuff for the city?
I'll have a driveway in front of each of these two houses, but I won't have a sidewalk that goes to the trees and then comes back just from my lot.
You will not.
I will not.
Okay, so it's not this, kind of like, again, I'm not trying to suck, I just wanna know for sure, make sure I understand it. So this is up here by the bridge, right?
Correct.
At the school, and your comments were, the first is we give you this setback out because the room go between the bridge, is that correct?
From the bridge going east, there's a sidewalk.
Okay,
I'm not touching it, I'm leaving it alone, but I'm not intending to put a sidewalk going south
okay,
from that, in front of the houses and everything.
okay, yeah, I understand, that's fine.
So, that's part of it, and I don't know how you guys wanna address that. The second thing that I would like to talk to you about is, and it has to do with this because the discussion was had, when I started, and I gave you, in the handout, I gave you items 3, 4, that show the current duplex, which is at 14th and Parker. And it shows a picture of where it is as of now, and inside, one picture of the inside. I'm almost done with it, but when I started this project, I talked to previous code enforcement and city manager. Actually, there wasn't city manager at the time, but I talked to the code enforcement's the guy that told me. And I asked, when I created my budget, I asked what the costs were for implementing the sewer, tying in the sewer and the water to the duplex. And I was told $1,200. When I went to turn in the check to do that, which I'm trying to get it done, I was given a different amount, and I was told that it was $800 times 3. One for the sewer and one for each of the meters that goes to each of the duplex units. So,
Okay, but I know that it all ties together, but that's actually item number 4 on that, what you need to ask them is about. Yeah, but it all ties together in the deal. What he's gonna do is, item number 8 on your economic development contract says Roland agrees that it will pay for the placement of water line and meter to serve the facility along with electric lines, meters to which Roland shall connect to service for new homes, which is the water and sewer taps. So, to stay true to staying on track, he needs to ask you about number 8 on this contract, and then
the next
number 8
contract.
on number 3, and then bring up what he's talking about now on item number 4.
So, I guess I'm done with item number 2.
So, you're asking about the tax fee that
Well,
says you'll
not
pay.
only need to do that on 4, I'm good.
Okay, you're okay with it being that way on?
I'm fine with the way that it
Okay.
reads, short of being,
The
having
20
the
foot
setback included, so that I don't end up with a tight measurement line between because I'm giving up 20 feet, I don't wanna then have a setback from that 20-foot line, another 15 feet, I don't wanna do that. I would rather have it, and say, included in that.
You wanna talk about that, Mike?
As far as the setbacks go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ordinances describe certain setbacks in all the different areas, especially residential, because we don't want houses to be too tight next to each other. And so some of the setbacks will have high, medium, and low density, and so depending on the neighborhood you're in, you'll have to fall in that setbacks in order to build that kind of, or that size of a building.
So let me ask you this, just bouncing ideas off of you, if we added a line in this contract that said, if the council approved it, that said something to the effect that, that he can encroach on the setback per code enforcement or fire marshal's discretion.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we can do, and you take into consideration the setback, because we want to be very careful on how we do that, because if there's another home or something right next to that, we kind of want to be careful.
Right.
But if there's nothing adjoining, adjacent from that, then an exception is reasonable.
It's conforming.
Right,
So, and the only thing back there is the walking trail and woods,
right.
all the way around that. So if they approve that with that exception in there, you could monitor that and move forward with this without it having to come back.
Yeah, that, I mean, with that exception, we can pass it like that.
I would agree with it. Because, again, the measurements that I put on here fit, but it's very tight. And when I do the survey, which is also part of the deal that's on the contract, if I end up losing a few feet on the back end of it, and I've got to shove everything over to stay off that property line, I want to be able to have a little bit of fluff in that dimension to be able to push over into the 20 feet that's been required for the city.
So you're not sure you use it, but you'd like to have access to it?
I'm not gonna put any building on it at all.
But it's just.
I just want it to be part of some of the setback that's required for the permit.
Just don't have any case.
Yeah. Yeah, because things are not out there, the dimensions and layout, the way it shows on the drawing. It wasn't like that on the other one either.
So how's that gonna read, Jerry? How will that read? Our attorney?
You know, let me ask you one more question, one more thing. It says that, and I was looking for it. Somewhere here it says it's a 20-foot easement. What if we went to a 10-foot easement?
That's fine. You don't have to do anything.
Is that to the street, to the front of the property line?
It's to the property line, but that includes the sidewalk, because the property line goes up too close to where the sidewalk is, at least according to the drawing. But I'm okay, yeah, I mean, that would be more than enough.
Or would 15?
Sidewalk there right now?
There is.
The east side of the property? That's what you're talking about.
On the north side of this property, off the bridge, coming off the bridge going.
Yeah, well, the city's gonna have the easement there, the 20-foot easement, is that what we're talking
That,
about?
and he was saying, he was suggesting that maybe we reduce it to 10 feet, which gives me an additional 10 feet on that dimension that I'm asking.
Or even,
I don't care how you do it,
or even 15. 15 would give you,
5 feet, yeah, that'd probably be enough, yes. It's just tight,
I think we
I
need to
have
keep
to do
it
a certain
15 feet
amount.
on the easement.
off the south side to the house.
if we change number 3 to a 15-foot easement, that would fix his problems on his contract.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Item number 3, discussion of possible action to enter into an economic development agreement with Kevin Rowland on north 90 feet of blocks 14 and 15 and all of block 16, block 6, approve an additional. Let's go, Glenstone, Broadway.
Don't really have any additions to this, the contract that, they gave me to look at and review, we made a couple of adjustments on it, but I think it's okay, I don't really have any issues with it.
No action on this
I don't think so, I think it's okay.
We need to agree.
We'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Item number 4, discussion and possible action to modify its prior economic department agreement with Kevin Rowland on South 50, blocks 10, 11, 12, and 13, block 6, Prudhomme addition.
So,
This is what he was talking about. This is a signed agreement that's been done for the duplex that you have the copy of, that Mark is looking at right now.
and it starts with item 3, shows a picture of what we built. Item 4 is a picture of the inside, one picture of it. And then item 5 is just a picture of the lots as they were before we did anything. And then we purchased 2 additional lots besides the 4 that are